Hey, all, it's me, Captain JJB84, and
And my name is Ryan.
Ryan's a good friend of mine. We see movies like every friggin' week. This week we saw Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole, and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, just leave it off to Ryan first, and then I'll say something.
Well, the big strength of the movie was the visual effects. The visual effects was probably the best visual effects I have ever seen.
Yeah, I agree.
It's probably better than Pixar, DreamWorks,
Lionsgate or
whatever
Crest
you
Animation.
can think of. It was beautiful. There's some scenes near the like when you go into an hour in the movie. There's some like very beautiful scenes in the movie, which makes you feel like the feeling that you got in Avatar. Like there's just one scene where the owls they're flying in a storm. It goes into slow motion and you see all the rain falling down, really slow motion stuff. It's pretty sick.
So the effects and the animation are pretty much what gives it its high point. But does it? But does the story live up to it? Of course it does. The story did get just a tad bit cliched at times, like the brotherly war and the betrayal of betrayal, and I guess just basic betrayal. Meaning that in the scene where the big gray owl that betrayed the Guardians, in the scene where you could sense that he's gonna betray them, he's leading them into a trap. That scene, you kind of get that in some movies at times, or like he seems all good, then he turns out evil, and even after he's betrayed them, he was given promises of power, but then in the end, the side he betrayed, that he betrayed it to like the evil guys, betrayed on him and killed him. So
Karma.
yeah, a bit of karma there.
What goes around comes around.
Yeah, in a way. But for the most part, yeah, but here and there, but like for the most part, it's really good. I mean, the characters is what really gave it away. The voice acting was pretty good. Just list a few voice actor here. You got Jim Sturgis as Soren, the main character. Jeffrey Rush as Elizarib. He's kind of like the Soren's hero. Emily Barclay as Gylfi, the female elf owl, a friend Soren meets along the way, and we'll get to that later. Anthony LaPagula as Twilight, probably my favorite character. David Wenman as Digger, and Ryan Quentman as Claude, and several others. Ryan, anything else to say?
Well, generally would be that the main strengths of the movie would probably be the visual effects, and then coming after the story like I would recommend seeing the movie at least once or twice, twice because of the visual effects, the art direction, it's all beautiful, but also is that for most reviews from other sites such as like Cineplex.com, if you live in Canada, was that they're saying it was like really good, but it isn't made for little kids. I disagree with that because little kids be alright with it. They may just be scared when they see the main antagonist.
Well, that's true to a point. Like I will maybe I recommend being like 12 and up seeing it, because there are some scenes that even get to me at times. Just scenes here and there.
Maybe if you're 9, but you have to be really cool and extreme.
Yeah, like a lot of the reviews around Cineplex said, don't let your 5-year-old son see this. I agree with that. Let's see. Hugo Weaving's also in this as Noctis and Grimble. Grimble was the owl in the beginning who taught Soren and Gylfi how to fly.
Yeah.
And Noctis was he was the father. Yeah. Huh, that's interesting. Guess you get your most out of the characters. Oh, here's the villain. Joel Edgerton as Metalbeak, the sooty owl. Metalbeak's the villain, who, from what I can tell, his beak was removed or something. He got on him and Elizarib had some battle back in the day, and supposedly tore out his left eye and his beak. I don't know.
No, scratched his left eye and damage his beak.
Damage his beak or something. So he wears this big metal mask, so you do see his eyes. One of them is like this gray thing that resembles something.
It's a milky. It's sort of like a milky eye iris. It's sort of like when you see that like other movies, like how like a guy gets like his eye like scarred over, the iris changes color. It's sort of like that, but they make it more like he doesn't have a pupil. Make it look more evil.
Yeah. So he was really evil, but I think the sad part. I think the part that kind of gave it away, or the part that I kind of disliked, is that we didn't really know too much about him. Like whenever you got him in a scene, like they would focus on him, but for the most part, we don't really know much about him. Apart from he was in a war like years ago, and that's really it. And he wants to raise an army, get the Pure Ones to rule the world and defeat the Guardians, and that's it, really.
Yeah, well, the overall plot and also the backstory wasn't fully followed, but that would be like if you're more into story, but really it's made for little kids, so they wouldn't really care about like the story. They just care about the cool visual effects and Al getting mauled in the face.
Yeah, that's true to an extent. Like, it's similar to that of Avatar. Like, the only thing that really gave Avatar away was the effects. And the fact that it was pretty much like Pocahontas. But the thing I like about this, that I cannot really relate it to anything except for Swing Kids. Maybe you've seen it or not, but Swing Kids was the movie about the two kids in Nazi propaganda in Germany pre-World War II that get caught up in Nazi propaganda. One falls for it, one doesn't. That's pretty much this story, except with a few changes.